Yeah, Eric, as you know, this is a grand reunion as Coach Hillary is not just a UCF alumni, but an alumni of this UCF softball program. She played here from 2007 to 2010, and she even coached afterwards, and she even got a chance to coach her sister Hillary. I got to speak with Keyshawn Hall right before the game, and he talked about growing up in Cleveland. He said him and his friends would often go to their local rec center, and the rec center was kind of the spot for kids to go and kind of kill time and just have some fun. He back to Cincinnati for Coach Katrina Merriweather wasn't an easy one. As she got to Memphis and settled down there as head coach, she got a call from her coach, Lori Pirtle. Lori said to her, "Kiddo, you got the job." But for her, she felt unsettled as she felt like she was taking a job from somebody that made Cincinnati feel like home and that she built a relationship with. And Scott, Coach Jasmine Turner's faith is something that she truly stands in, and it all starts with her grandma Beverly. Her grandma Beverly helped raise her alongside her mom in their household, but more specifically in the church. Definitely special. Thanks, guys. Cincinnati's community has helped form Jillian and build her into who she is today. She expressed that it's a big reason of why she wanted to come back to Cincinnati because of how much the city has given to her and how much she wants to give back. Addie Brown, we know we see her doing her thing tonight, but she also grew up in a basketball family. Her sister Kennedy played D1 at Oregon State and Duke and is now playing overseas. And both of her parents, Mike and Donica, also played college basketball. But one of her favorite memories growing up with her family is filling out that March Madness bracket. She said they would sit in the living room, watch the game, and see who bracket is going to win and make it a competition. Thanks. No, when I spoke to Coach Scott Calabrese, we talked about the importance of taking care of yourself so you can show up for others. And for him, it's showing up for his team. And one of the ways that he does that, especially for game day, is doing yoga. Madison, you scored both double digits your last game and this game. What has worked for you to keep that stride?
Yeah, I mean, I just have great teammates around me. You know, they're finding me open shots. I mean, we have so many talented guards on the court and post.
Thanks, guys. So I have Mustafa here, and you were able to be productive on both sides of the ball, regardless of the slow start of the game. What was kind of your mindset on the court?
I mean, I was just thinking about coming out here, you know, compete with my teammates and then just play hard. And then, you know, obviously they're a really good team, but we just competed hard. We come up slow, and we won the game.
Thanks, guys. Jordan, you had 22 points tonight. Your ability to not only score, but help your team make plays tonight. What goes through your head in those intense moments?
You know, just knowing my teammates out there with me, you know, I know they're able to find me on the driving kicks. You know, he's able to find me, get to the paint.
Summer, what a way to bounce back for today's game. How do you feel like you were able to contribute to the win?
All in all, I feel like my team was really around me, and we really were focusing on getting each other assists and getting that right play instead of our own play. So I feel like that really helped us all come together, and that helped me get my layups, get the things that we all needed, you know.
And, you know, Coach Messer's not here for today's game, so what was kind of your mindset going in today?
Today was really about her brother. You know, I got to meet him a couple of times in Vegas. He was a great boost for us last year, so this was really a good time to just honor him and give Coach Messer the relief that she needed with the piece of a win.
From flying shoes, touchdowns, and slap shots, we have highlights you don't want to miss. Welcome to your UCF Sports Update. I'm Danielle Strong, where we dive into the latest breaking news in athletics. I spoke with a student athlete and faculty to learn more about the effects of eliminating DEI programs.
Being disruptive, but they're staying disciplined. They're not gambling. They're not giving up easy buckets. They adjusted the pick and roll defense. And thirdly, they're two stars. I mean, J-Dub, what he's doing right now is amazing. He's definitely stepped up. His game has gone to a whole nother level. And right now, I think they've taken control of the series.
And earlier, we were just talking with Wendy about Tyrese Halliburton. He's a game-time decision. He scored just 4 points in Game 5 as a former...
...throughout the season, which is focusing only on what's in front of them, which is getting ready for another game. If anybody has paid any attention to the way Mark Daigneault, the coach of the Thunder, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the star of the Thunder, approaches their day-to-day work, you know what they have said over and over again this season. They're about preparation and approach and taking things one step and one day at a time. That was the message from this team today. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, "We haven't won yet, so we have not done anything yet. My focus is only on winning, and so that means we have to win tomorrow." And Mark Daigneault said the same.
In that pass rush up front on defense.
So 7 is what you think they are in terms of possibilities.
What do you think?
What are the numbers?
So that's why I asked Field. If you agree with Field, and I do, there is value on betting the Rams to win the Super Bowl right now because they are 10th on the odds board at 20-1. There's a couple of teams that you did not put in the last 3 games. So I've built the same game parlay with Chet here. 15+ points, 10+ rebounds, and 2 steals plus blocks, plus 220 is the price. Chet shot 4 of 15 from the floor in Game 5, had just 9 points. I expect him to shoot much better, have some positive regression in the scoring column to get us to the 15 points. And again, it's been double-digit rebounds in each of the...
Hispanic Heritage Month is a time to honor those in the Hispanic culture who have left an undeniable mark on the world of sports. These athletes have showcased their talents and also enriched the culture of sports. UCF softball pitcher Yesenia Lopez came into college ranked number 35 in the country. She talks about being on a fully Hispanic team in high school and how it shaped her as a player.
And I loved my high school days. I loved everything about it, and especially us all being Hispanic, something about it just, we were very proud and very confident of what we had in that team, and it kind of shaped me a little bit into who I am now, and I kind of get to bring it to college with me.
From competing on the recreational level to the collegiate level, athletes are everywhere. In the NCAA, only 6% of athletes are Hispanic. Even with such a small number, they continue to strive and represent their communities. Freshman math major Ed Ranieri currently plays in a UCF intramural basketball league. Ed reflected on when he would watch soccer games with his family as a child, and he remembers it as a time of bonding and gathering, that in the culture was a way for sports to bring them together.
Me and my grandpa would always watch sports, preferably soccer, and I feel like a great way that it's connecting to my culture is that we would family gatherings. We would bring our cousins involved, and we would just watch sports. We would talk about sports. A great deal to talk about and everything.
Not only does this month reflect the accomplishments of Hispanic athletes, but it acknowledges the role sports have played in bringing them together. In Orlando, Danielle Strong, The Charge, on air.
The DEI office to the Access and Community Engagement Department. After multiple Florida universities began rebranding their DEI offices, the NAACP sent a letter to the NCAA president urging student athletes to steer away from colleges in Florida. Jaleesa Leslie is a former UCF tennis player and touches on her positive experience with DEI in place at UCF.
Having people, in the offices that are of color makes me feel better, especially makes me feel like I'm able to talk to them about certain situations or certain problems that, I may not feel comfortable talking to, someone who's, not of color. So it's been helpful, especially like I mentioned, tennis being a predominantly white sport.
According to NCAA demographics, minorities make up about 37% of student athletes amongst all division levels. Jeffrey O'Brien is the director for the Institute for Sports and Social Justice. He explains the impacts without DEI throughout all college athletic division levels.
I think it's going to be interesting to see the type of school it is. So are you a Power 5 D1 athletic school with a lot of resources, or are you a mid-major D1 that really doesn't have many resources? And the reason I say that is the Power 5s can create community for students of color within the athletic structure. Mid-majors can't, right, because of the resources.
O'Brien believes that DEI teaches those who are not aware to be more inclusive of others from different backgrounds. UCF Nightly News reached out to the UCF Athletics, but they declined to give a statement about any changes within DEI.